I always had information I've made good money, but I've seen a lot of people struggle. So I decided that I want to do something different. You know, I see the crime. I've been in prison. Let me just tell you that. So I understand the X on the back and not being able to do things because of that. So I have a reentry program. I have a program that I put together for youth. You know, so like a lot of youth. They need something to do, you know, so a lot of crime basically is because of, as they say, economic violence. So I employ youth, teaching them to trade about credit, teaching them about business credit, teaching them about financing, working on some things to be able to offer it, to bring it into communities on a global scale, because people don't know about business credit. They think because their personal credit is wrecked, they have no options. So we show them a different way. Look at our presidential elect right now. President-elect, he has 10 bankruptcies behind him, but how does he maintain $6 billion, so they say? Business credit. So I ran into communities and I share about business credit, I share about the power of personal credit. So for example, let's say you have a 660 or 680
get ready to drop
35%
off
I
the
can get you up
taxes.
to 125,000, up to 150
For the
grand in
rich,
30
poor,
days without
and
proving income.
middle class.
So if you don't work a job or you just lost a job but you have good credit, you still have access.
Look-see.
If you own a company, I can get you up to $825,000 no proof of income.
He'll be
This is
going to
something
jail.
that's been on the books for many years. So Chase, B of A, and Wells, I got friends that are VPs at Bank of America. So I get a lot of their turn down clients for Subway. You know, so when they can't get, they control the compound report in the merchant account, but when they can't fund somebody for a $50 collection of being on their credit report with a 740 credit score, I can. I take them right back to the same bank that just denied them, because they have, I guess, an underwriter doesn't want to take accountability, but when you take it through the online portal, you can still get them funding. You know, someone that has a 620 credit score and has a pretty decent history, I can get them up to $100,000 in 7 days. You know, with 1 month's bank bank statements, 1 month's pay stubs, and 1 year's W-2. You know, so I mean, it's a pretty quick funding process. But much like Apostle Rogers and Ro, you know, I partner over with Ro right now. I just met Apostle Rogers, but I teach people the power of credit. So let's just say you got 100 grand. You mentioned buying a house in Rose, and if you buy it for $5,000 and you put 30,000 in it, and it's worth 125,000. I teach people how to escape capital gains. If you got a lender, I have lenders that will give. I have lenders that I deal with that will pull. Yeah. So I show you how to extract capital from that property and then sell it for a minimum profit above that loan. Because they can't tax you on what's not profit. Only on what's profit. People don't know this. So just like you talked about 10 people, I teach about the power of 10. If you had 10 people that had pretty good credit that qualified for, let's just say 825, and they qualified for 150, you got almost $1 million. If you got 10 people that way, you got almost $10 million. You can change the community. If you watch South Shore, if you watch Rose, if you watch Inglewood, they talk about the crime in these areas, but look at the price point of the property. You can buy a two-flat in Inglewood for $40,000 and put $50,000 in, and it's worth $300,000 today, even with all the crime.
You can bid on
So the
it
thing is that I
and
want
get
to
it
show
for
you
$500.
before the system gets a chance to catch it. Even the drug dealer. I go in, it was my promise to God to go into those communities and share this information. It's like Steve Harvey has a program with other people. I want to share information because all drug dealing is people management. But you got to know how to count to sell drugs. You know, so that's accounting for me. So I'm a math junkie. So I show people our slogan is refer 3 a day, make 100K. Some people don't understand, so it's $300 a day. You make $110,000 a year. It's that simple. You know, any of those people qualify for business loans or personal loans, we pay a 10 to 30% referral commission. And we give you tracking of what's going on with it. So we try to be transparent so people can understand. But people need to know about these programs. You know, I mean, I've made $1 million twice over and been broke. You know, but at the same time, I understand the concept of money. I know the power of credit, so I try to teach it to you. So I want to put together a program for even like you pass on my plugger, I give you a promo code. Now you can take the pressure off your parents. If any of those customers actually turn into real customers, I pay you. But I teach people that, you know what, I don't want to just pay you. I want if you're too young, I want your parents to set up a corporation. And I'll pay the corporation so you can take advantage of all the tax shelters.
All right.
And they can pay you, send that money as a scholarship fund to their children. So it's a lot of different things that people just don't know about. So I just want to bring the information and show how you can become an asset millionaire just based on credit. You know, or if you have the finances, you can buy property. There are money lending. But we have a lot of programs. So I mean, if you look at my banners, make $200 an hour for referrals. So $100 per referral for credit. You know, if you work 10 hours a day on a job at $10 an hour, you make $100. You don't really make $10. You make $10 minus the taxes. Me, I'm an employer. If I'm keeping your taxes, it goes to an account and I gain interest on that for the next year.
All right now.
That sounds all right, no?
So
Wonder what you can do about the hospital.
I try to have it to become a corporation when
Being locked up by your
I teach them
ex-first
about
lady,
personal
put in
credit, personal
hospital.
guarantor credit, and also
And then they
business
bill me.
credit. You know, but credit that you're not personally liable for. People, just because you have, if you're in a bankruptcy today, you legally bound, you can still build business credit on an EIN.
Look how they in DCFS. We're gonna stop killing
They
babies.
want to see personal guarantor, but you can build EIN credit for a company. Most people don't know that. So we just want to empower people through the information and the knowledge that we have. If people don't find the program, they got no excuse. We told them. I want to help those who want to be helped. You know, so I mean, so watch me go. People that watch me go from $3.5 million to zero and do it again.
Let me get back up on this. Step on her toes.
Showing people the platform. So my thing is, I want to help churches across the country. I want to help small businesses. I want to go into communities where people don't know. When I was on 102.3, I was behind Dale King every Monday and Wednesday. I mean, I had to come off the air because it was bringing too many calls. I couldn't service them. But now I had a chance to teach people about what I do, and if they grow, great. They become olive branches. They may know somebody I don't know. Or they may have something that I don't have. But we can help each other. You know, wherever they are. And the good part about it is that it's helping people. If you got a group of friends that work together, they have to be jealous of one another because now they all making money. They understand how to make it, how they can grow, and they can teach their peers. They can build for their children. If your children are too young, you can again open a company and you can pay them. You know, pay your children. It's tax deductible. You know, there are so many laws and ways that you can get around taxes, but people just got to know the outlet. You know, so for me, it's if I can take somebody that can bring 3 clients a day, have 3 conversations to make $300 a day, I don't think it's a bad deal. That's $110 grand a year. I don't have no college degree. But you put me in circles with somebody that's millionaires, I bet you I can outsmart them.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. That's why we got President Trump.
It's about, you know, and people look at me funny, but my thing is that we have to share the information. And that's what it's about for me.
My father was
It's
amazing.
about empowering people. It's about giving people the
Indianapolis,
option to change,
big
create
business.
options. Because most people work because they have to, not because they want to. You know, and on Monday morning, the most hard attacks occur, they say. Because people got to return to that dead-end job they don't really want to return to. Even to make good money, you got to trade time for them dollars. So if you work a job, you're 8 hours on that job, an hour or 2 going to work, an hour or 2 come home, you just give them half your day. And you sacrifice some things. So my thing is that, you know, even to keep that job, I just want to give you something that's going to be able to leave a legacy to your family. Because most people leave behind debt. They don't have no real riches.
Real.
You know, so this is a simple process for me. You know, for you, if you're under 18, I'll still give you a job. I give you some pluggers. I'll put a promo code on there. Take pressure off your parents. You can go buy the gym shoes. They got to kill nobody. They got to crack no cars. They got to get a fake social. We don't do those. You know, it's just about giving people options. You know, so that's our whole deal. So, you know, we donate heavily to ministry. You know, I do most of the convocation church of God in Christ. I do a lot for John Hanna. I do a lot for Miami of Faith, working on Bill Winston Church. I mean, I travel and do these things. Got a few churches in California I deal with. But, you know, wherever I can put my foot to share information, I love to do it. You know, even if I don't gain no dollars, I know I'm going to get out there and get these dollars anyway. But my thing is that I want people to know they have an option. You know, and that jail and that drug dealing and that illicit things is not the only way out. You know, so my thing is that, you know, I mean, if you're broke with us, you earn 30% commission on every loan. So our average loan is between $42,000 and $50,000. So you make between $1,260 and $1,500 per referral. So if you brought 10 people like that in a calendar month, $12,600 to $15 grand a month. If you make $1,500, it's $180 grand a year. What would you do with it? Most people have never experienced it, so I don't talk that large to people. I just say $300 a day. Something they can understand their mind, because some people don't believe it's possible.
I do.
I've never had a job. Since 18, I've never made less than $100,000 a year.
I want something.
You know, and it's just about sharing information. You know, so I give most of my money away, and I educate people, but it grows my brand, and I teach them how to grow their own brand. And collectively, we have a cohesiveness. We make money together.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's my
Real.
So that's really what I try to bring to the table. But I just really want people to understand that because you have bad credit does not mean you have no options. We prepare personal credit, and everybody that comes with personal credit is not a client for us. I got to tell you this because some people are what I call fee collectors. So if you got a Carnival